This right here, how exactly is this not a charge? Can somebody explain to me how this is not a charge? There we go. So, Alyssa Thomas, let's start this off, is running in a straight line. Paige is completely set. And Alyssa Thomas refuses to change the way she runs, just rams through Paige. And Paige is just like, what? Sorry, wrong scene. But she literally just rammed through.
March. That's the earliest we're looking at for WNBA free agency according to Front Office Sports. And if you think that timeline works, you haven't done the math, because between early March and May 8th, the scheduled season opener, the league needs to squeeze in free agency, an expansion draft, a lottery, the regular draft on April 9th, and somehow get all 30 teams through training camp starting April 19th. That's not a tight schedule. That's a logistical nightmare waiting to implode.
Beckers and the Breeze faced off against the Laces, and they lost today. Can't say, I'm going to be honest, can't say Paige had a bad game. I will not say that Paige had a bad game, because I actually do think that Paige had a very, very, very solid game. And down the stretch, it was a bit grim. But that happens. I don't think this was a lack of...
Here's what nobody's talking about. The schedule already dropped. Teams know their opponents. Arenas are booked. Tickets are on sale. But the Players Union has been waiting over a month for a response to their proposal. 30% revenue share, $10 million salary cap, $249,000 supermax, and as of last Friday, radio silence from the league. So, we've got this bizarre situation where the WNBA is acting like everything's fine while the foundation is actively crumbling.
Just decides to charge through Paige Beckers, and even gonna say, oh, her feet aren't set. That's also not even a rule. All Paige has to be is in a legal guarding position. It's nothing about feet being set. If someone is in a legal guarding position, the offensive player rams them down. They don't need to be standing and waiting for a charge. If the offensive player rams you down, like, it has to be an offensive foul. Like, how much Elias paid the ref? She's always been allowed to play rugby. Like, it is mental. It's absolutely mental. But in general, like, Paige had got out of
training camp. That's the piece everyone keeps glossing over. You can't just throw players together 3 weeks before opening night and expect championship-level basketball. Weight room conditioning, offensive systems, defensive rotations, team chemistry. All of that takes time. The typical timeline has free agency wrapped by early February specifically. So teams have 2 full months that prepare. Now they're looking at maybe 3 weeks if they're lucky. And we're supposed to believe the product won't suffer.
Saying, oh, you know, it's a business decision not to take a charge from Alyssa Thomas. Yeah, obviously it's a business decision, because nothing's going to get called. Nothing is going to get called. Like, it's a guarantee you're going to get hurt, because she's going to run through you and the referee is going to say, here it is. Here's the full footage of it. Like, can someone explain to me, like, what is going on here? Paige is playing good.
Let's walk through what actually has to happen here. Best case scenario, the CBA gets signed by early February. That gives the league exactly 4 weeks to conduct free agency in March. But it's not just free agency. Golden State's expansion draft has to happen. That means every team needs to submit their protected lists. The Valkyries make their selections. Then those players need to relocate and integrate with a brand new franchise. Then you've got the college draft on April 13th, bringing in another wave of rookies. And somehow all of this resolves itself by April 19th when training camps open.
And they list, and this is before Unrivaled, they listed Paige number 1 and Jackie Young like number 12. I'm like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I can guarantee you Paige undeservedly wins MVP. I can guarantee you that. It is one of those things where she absolutely has been. If we're talking about the
Vegas Aces open against Phoenix on May 8th. That's the target date the league keeps promoting. But think about what that means for a team that might lose a key player in the expansion draft, sign 2 new free agents in March, and draft a rookie in April. A'ja Wilson could be running plays with teammates she's known for less than 3 weeks. Kelsey Plum might be learning a completely revamped defensive system on the fly. That's not professional basketball. That's organized chaos with a television contract.
A second assist, Chelsea Gray's gone first in assists and points. but she's obviously going to make first team. Paige gone to 4th in points. Marina Mabry there in 2nd. Marina Mabry 3rd in assists. Alicia Gray 3rd in points. Aaliyah Edwards. Geez, the Lunar Owls are the last place with 2 of the top 5 in points. It's kind of mad. But wow, Paige actually tied top in game winners. Fair play. Fair play. She's 3 to 4. I think Malonga has one on a layup. Aaliyah's top in block.
And here's the part that should terrify every WNBA fan. Both sides keep emphasizing they don't want a lockout. The owners have reportedly said they have no interest in invoking one. The players' union authorized a strike in December, but called it a precautionary measure. So, nobody wants to stop the season. Great. But what they're proposing instead might actually be worse. Because starting a season with unprepared teams, incomplete rosters, and zero chemistry doesn't just hurt the product. It damages the league's credibility in the most important growth year in WNBA history.
If the refs aren't going to ref the game fairly and they're going to let Alyssa Thomas play rugby, she's not the strongest player in the league, because we've seen Angel Reese bully her enough times, and then her choke slamming Angel Reese because she was getting bullied. She's just willing to she's basically willing to hack, and she plays reckless. I'm not going to say she plays dirty, because dirty implies intent, and I don't think she's trying to hurt people. I just think she doesn't care whether or not she hurts somebody while she's going to the basket. But yeah,